Surah 48, Al-Fath, Victory. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. O Prophet, surely we have granted you a clear victory, so that Allah may forgive you your shortcomings, whether earlier or later, and may complete His favors upon you, and guide you to the straight way, and that Allah may bestow upon you a mighty help. He it is who bestowed inner peace on the hearts of the believers, so that they may grow yet more firm in their faith. To Allah belong the legions of the heavens and the earth. Allah is all-knowing, most wise. He did this to admit the believers, both men and women, to gardens beneath which rivers flow, wherein they shall abide, and to efface their evil deeds from them. That, in Allah's sight, is the supreme triumph. He also did this to chastise the hypocrites, both men and women, and those who associate others in His divinity, both men and women, and who harbor evil thoughts about Allah. They shall be afflicted with misfortune. Allah is wroth with them. He has laid His curse upon them, and has prepared for them hell. What an evil end! To Allah belong the legions of the heavens and the earth. Allah is most mighty, most wise. O Prophet, we have sent you forth as a witness, as a bearer of good news, and as a warner, so that all of you may all believe in Allah and His Messenger, and support Him, and revere Him, and celebrate Allah's glory, morning and evening. Those who swore fealty to you, O Prophet, in fact swore fealty to Allah. The hand of Allah is above their hands, so whoever breaks His covenant breaks it to his own hurt, and whoever fulfills the covenant that he made with Allah, He will bestow on him a great reward. O Prophet, the Bedouins who are left behind say to you, we were occupied with our goods and families, so ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not in their hearts. Say to them, who can be of any avail to you against Allah if He should intend to cause you any harm or confer upon you any benefit? Allah is well aware of all that you do. But the truth is not what you say. You had imagined that the Messenger and the believers would never return to their families, and this notion was embellished in your hearts. You harbored an evil thought, and you are an immensely evil people. As for those who do not believe in Allah and His Messenger, for such unbelievers we have prepared a blazing fire. To Allah belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He forgives whom He pleases and chastises whom He pleases. He is most forgiving, most compassionate. When you press forth for the spoils, those who are left behind will say, let us accompany you. They want to change the command of Allah. Say to them in clear words, you shall not accompany us. Thus has Allah already said. They will say, nay, but you are jealous of us. The truth is that they understand little. Say to the Bedouins who were left behind, you will be called against those who possess great might and be asked to fight against them unless they surrender. If you obey the command to fight, Allah will bestow upon you a goodly reward. But if you turn away, as you turned away before, He shall inflict upon you a grievous chastisement. There is no blame on the blind, nor on the lame, nor on the sick, if they do not go forth to fight. Allah will admit those who obey Allah and His Messenger to the gardens beneath which rivers flow, and will inflict a grievous chastisement on those who turn away. Allah was much pleased with the believers when they swore fealty to you under the tree. He knew what was in their hearts, so He bestowed inner peace upon them, and rewarded them with a victory near at hand. And with abundant spoils which they shall acquire, Allah is most mighty, most wise. Allah has promised you abundant spoils which you shall acquire. He has instantly granted you this victory, and has restrained the hands of people from you, that it may be a sign for the believers, and He may guide you to a straight way. He also promises you other spoils which you have not yet taken, but Allah has encompassed them. Allah has power over everything. Had the unbelievers fought against you at that time, they would have turned their backs in flight and would have found none to protect or help them. Such is Allah's way that has come down from the past. Never shall you find any change in the way of Allah. He it is who restrained their hands from you, and your hands from them in the valley of Makkah, even though He had made you victorious against them. Allah was watching all that you did. They are the ones who disbelieved and barred you from the inviolable mosque, and prevented the animals you had designated for sacrifice from reaching the place of their offering. If it had not been for the believing men and believing women who lived in Makkah and whom you did not know, and had there not been the fear that you might trample on them and unwittingly incur blame on their account, then fighting would not have been put to a stop. It was stopped so that Allah may admit to His mercy whomsoever He pleases. Had those believers been separated from the rest, we would certainly have inflicted a grievous chastisement on those of them, i.e., the Meccans who disbelieved. This is why, when the unbelievers set in their hearts a fierce bigotry, the bigotry of ignorance, Allah bestowed inner peace upon His messenger and upon the believers, and made the word of piety binding on them. They were more deserving and worthier thereof. Allah has knowledge of everything. Allah indeed showed His messenger the true vision, one fully in accord with reality. If Allah so wills, you shall certainly enter the inviolable mosque in full security. You will shave your heads and cut your hair short, and do so without any fear. He knew what you did not know, and He granted you a victory near at hand, even before the fulfillment of the vision. He it is who sent His messenger with the true guidance and the religion of truth, that He may make it prevail over every religion. Sufficient is Allah as a witness to this. Muhammad is Allah's messenger, and those who are with him are firm with the unbelievers, but compassionate with one another. You see them occupied in bowing and prostrating, and in seeking Allah's bounty and good pleasure. They are distinguished from others by the marks of prostration on their faces. Thus are they described in the Torah, and their parable in the Gospel is that of a tilth that puts forth its shoot, then strengthens it so that it becomes stout and stands firmly on its stem. This is a sight pleasing to the sowers, and one by which the unbelievers will be enraged. As for those who believe and do righteous deeds, Allah has promised them forgiveness and a great reward.